Welcome back to the Health Living Podcast. I'm Sarah Martinez.
And I'm Frank Peterson. And let me tell you, I am fired up today because I just threw away about $60 worth of vitamins this morning.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, Dolores was organizing the medicine cabinet. You know how she gets when she's procrastinating on something else. And she pulls out this bottle of multivitamins I'd been taking for probably 8 months. The expiration date, 2022.
Frank!
I know. But here's the thing that really got me thinking. Even when they weren't expired, I'm not sure they were doing anything for me anyway. And that's what we're talking about today. Why your multivitamin probably isn't helping you and what you should be doing instead.
This is such perfect timing because my daughter Emma, she's 23, called me last week asking if she should be taking the same multivitamin I take. And I had this moment where I thought, wait, why am I taking this again?
Exactly. It's like we just do it because we think we should, like eating our vegetables, except vegetables actually work.
Before we dive in, though, let me just say, we are not doctors. Frank barely passed high school chemistry.
Hey, now, I got a C+ in chemistry. But seriously, folks, we're just two people in our 50s who've made a lot of health mistakes and want to share what we've learned. Always talk to your actual healthcare provider.
Right. So, Frank, tell me about this great vitamin purge of 2025.
Well, it turns out I had 3 different bottles of multivitamins. 3. One from Costco that was supposed to be senior formula. One that my brother-in-law swore by. You know Tony, he's always got some scheme. And this fancy one I ordered online after reading some article at 2 a.m.
Oh, the 2 a.m. health purchase. I've been there.
So I'm looking at all these bottles and I'm thinking, if these things actually worked, wouldn't I feel different? I mean, I've been taking vitamins for years and I still get tired. My knees still creak, and last week I forgot where I parked at the grocery store for 20 minutes.
To be fair, that parking thing isn't a vitamin deficiency. That's just being human after 50.
True, but it got me researching. Well, actually, it got me asking Sarah to research because you know I'm terrible at that stuff.
And what I found was pretty eye-opening. So let's start with the big picture here. The first thing you need to understand is that most of us taking multivitamins don't actually need them. I know, that's not what the commercials tell us.
Right? Those commercials with the energetic seniors hiking mountains and playing with grandkids. I took those vitamins for months, and the most energetic thing I did was reorganize my sock drawer.
The truth is, if you're eating a reasonably balanced diet, and I'm not talking perfect, just reasonably balanced, you're probably getting most of what you need.
Define reasonably balanced for those of us who had pizza for breakfast yesterday.
Okay, fair point. But here's what I mean. If you're eating some fruits, some vegetables, some whole grains, some protein, you're likely covering your bases. The issue is that we've been conditioned to think we need to supplement everything.
It's like insurance for your body, right? Better to have it and not need it.
That's exactly the mindset that gets us into trouble. Because here's the thing, and this really surprised me when I learned it. Your body can only absorb so much of most vitamins at once. The rest just gets flushed out.
Wait, you mean I've been creating very expensive urine?
Essentially, yes. It's called the expensive urine syndrome. Take vitamin C, for example. Your body can only absorb about 200 milligrams at a time. Most multivitamins have 500 to 1,000 milligrams.
So I'm literally flushing money down the toilet?
Pretty much. And that's just the first problem. The second issue is something called nutrient competition.
Sounds like a game show I'd lose.
It kind of is. See, some vitamins and minerals actually compete with each other for absorption. Like calcium can interfere with iron absorption. Zinc can interfere with copper. It's like trying to get through a doorway when everyone's pushing at once.
So when I take that multivitamin with everything in it,
You might actually be preventing yourself from absorbing the things you actually need. It's counterproductive.
this is like when I try to fix something around the house. I use every tool at once and somehow make it worse.
That's actually a perfect analogy. You know what else I learned? Most multivitamins use the cheapest forms of vitamins available.
Cheap how?
Well, take vitamin D. Most multivitamins use vitamin D2, which is plant-based and cheaper to produce. but your body uses vitamin D3 much more effectively. It's like the difference between, what's a good analogy?
It's like the difference between store-brand coffee and the good stuff.
Exactly. Both are technically coffee, but one actually gets the job done.
So I've been drinking vitamin coffee crystals this whole time?
Yes. And here's another thing that really bothered me when I found out. You know how multivitamins are marketed especially to seniors?
Oh yeah, Silver Select this and 50 plus that.
Right. But the dirty little secret is that as we age, our absorption actually decreases. So we need higher quality, more bioavailable forms of nutrients, not just more of the same cheap stuff.
It's like they're targeting the people who need it to work the most with the version that works the least.
That's actually a really good way to put it. And speaking of things that don't work, Frank, tell them about your calcium saga.
Oh boy. So a couple years ago, my doctor mentioned something about bone density, right? So naturally, I go to the pharmacy and buy the biggest bottle of calcium I can find.
How much were you taking?
1,200 milligrams a day. The bottle said maximum absorption.
And how did that work out?
Well, let's just say Dolores started buying more fiber supplements, if you know what I mean.
For our listeners who might not know, calcium supplements, especially in large doses, can cause some digestive issues.
Constipation. We're adults here. We can say constipation.
Right. But here's the thing. Your body can only absorb about 500 milligrams of calcium at once. So Frank was taking more than double what he could even use.
Plus, and Sarah taught me this, calcium actually needs other things to work properly.
Right. Vitamin D, magnesium, vitamin K2. Taking calcium by itself is like trying to build a house with just bricks and no mortar.
So now, instead of a giant calcium pill, I eat more yogurt and cheese, which is a lot more enjoyable, by the way.
And probably more effective. You know what's funny? We spend all this money on supplements, but we ignore the basics.
Like what?
Like sleep. I was complaining to Emma about being tired all the time, and she asked me how many hours I sleep each night, and I realized maybe 5 or 6 on a good night.
Are you getting sleep advice from your 23-year-old?
Hey, she's in grad school. She knows about sleep research. And she was right. I was trying to supplement my way out of a sleep problem.
It's like putting premium gas in a car with a hole in the tank.
Exactly. So I started prioritizing sleep, and guess what? I have more energy than I did with any vitamin.
Speaking of basics we ignore, hydration. I went to the doctor feeling awful, convinced I needed some special vitamin blend. You know what he told me?
Drink more water?
Drink more water. Apparently, when you're dehydrated, you feel tired, your skin looks bad, your joints hurt. I was treating symptoms of dehydration with expensive supplements.
How much were you drinking?
Maybe 2 cups of coffee and whatever was in my lunch. I wasn't drinking water.
Water. And now?
Now I have one of those big water bottles that Dolores makes fun of, but I feel so much better. Who knew?
It's embarrassing how simple some of this stuff is, but we want the complicated solution because it feels like we're doing more.
Right? Taking a pill feels like taking action. Drinking water feels like nothing.
So let's talk about what actually works, because we're not saying never take any supplements.
Right, we're not anti-supplement. We're anti-waste your money on things that don't work.
First thing, get tested. I know, more doctor's visits. But you can't supplement smartly if you don't know what you actually need.
I finally did this last year. Turns out I was low in vitamin D and B12, but everything else was fine.
And now you just take those 2 things?
Yep, high-quality vitamin D3 and a B12 that dissolves under your tongue. Total cost, maybe $15 a month instead of $60.
And you feel better?
Actually, yeah. My energy is more consistent, and I'm not getting those weird afternoon crashes anymore.
The B12 thing is really common for people our age. Our stomach acid decreases as we get older, so we don't absorb B12 from food as well.
See? That makes sense. That's a real problem with a real solution, not just take everything and hope for the best.
Exactly. And here's what else works. Magnesium. But not magnesium oxide, which is what's in most multivitamins.
What's wrong with magnesium oxide?
Your body barely absorbs it. It's like trying to drink a milkshake through a coffee stirrer.
So what kind should you take?
Magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate. They're more bioavailable. I started taking magnesium glycinate before bed and my sleep improved dramatically.
Really?
Really? And here I was blaming my sleep problems on stress and getting older when I just needed better magnesium.
It's like, how much of this stuff could we have figured out years ago if we just asked better questions?
I know, right? But that's the thing about getting older. You realize how much time you spent doing things the hard way.
Or the expensive way. Dolores calculated that I spent about $800 last year on various supplements.
$800?
I know, and most of it probably went straight through me. That's a nice dinner out every month that I flushed away. Literally.
Okay, so let's give people some practical advice. If you're taking a multivitamin right now, what should you do?
First, don't panic. You're not poisoning yourself or anything, but maybe start questioning why you're taking it.
Right. Ask yourself, what specific problem am I trying to solve? Am I tired? Do I get sick a lot? Are my nails brittle?
Because if you can't answer that question, you're probably just taking it because you think you should.
And because I think I should is not a good enough reason to spend money on something every month.
Second, look at your diet honestly, and I mean honestly. Don't count the vegetables on your pizza.
Frank.
I'm serious. I used to think I was eating healthy because I had a salad with lunch, but the salad was iceberg lettuce with ranch dressing and croutons.
That's basically crunchy ranch delivery.
Exactly. So I started actually eating real vegetables, dark leafy greens, colorful stuff, and I felt better pretty quickly.
The thing is, food-based nutrients are almost always better absorbed than synthetic ones. Your body recognizes them.
It's like the difference between talking to a person and talking to a robot. Your body knows the difference.
That's a great analogy. Third piece of advice, if you do decide you need specific supplements, buy them separately, not in a multivitamin.
Why?
Because then you can control the dose, the timing, and the quality of each one. Remember the nutrient competition thing?
Right. So I can take my vitamin D with breakfast and my magnesium before bed.
Exactly. And you're not paying for a bunch of stuff you don't need.
Fourth, and Sarah's gonna hate me for saying this, don't research supplements at 2 a.m.
Oh my God, yes. I have bought so much nonsense because I went down a rabbit hole at 2 a.m.
What's the weirdest thing you bought?
Okay, don't judge me. Adaptogenic mushroom powder.
What does that even do?
I have no idea. It was supposed to help with stress and energy, but it just made my smoothies taste like dirt.
How much did you spend on dirt-flavored smoothies?
$47.
$47 for mushroom dirt.
I know, but the website made it sound so convincing at 2 a.m. Everything sounds convincing at 2 a.m.
This is why Dolores hides my credit cards after 10 p.m.
That's actually not a bad policy. Fifth point, timing matters more than you think.
How so?
Well, fat-soluble vitamins like D and K need to be taken with fat to be absorbed. Water-soluble vitamins like B and C are better on an empty stomach.
So the timing on the bottle actually matters.
Sometimes, but most people just take everything with breakfast and call it a day.
Guilty as charged.
I used to do the same thing, take everything at once with coffee while rushing out the door.
And wondering why nothing worked?
Right. Now I take vitamin D with my eggs, magnesium before bed, and B12 on an empty stomach in the afternoon.
Does it make a difference?
Actually, yes. I can tell when I mess up the timing now.
Sixth point, and this is a big one. Watch out for senior marketing.
Oh, this one makes me so mad.
Why?
Because they're not actually formulated better for seniors. They just slap 50 plus on the label and charge more money.
Really?
Really? I compared the senior vitamin to the regular one at the store. Exact same ingredients, same amounts. The senior one was $12 more.
It's like they're charging us extra for...
Which we're already paying for in so many other ways.
Right? My knees charge me extra every morning just to get out of bed.
Exactly. So don't fall for the age-based marketing. Your body doesn't suddenly need special senior nutrients the day you turn 50.
Although it does suddenly need more ibuprofen.
That's true. Seventh point, quality matters, but expensive doesn't always mean better.
Explain that one.
Well, you want to look for third-party testing, good manufacturing practices, brands that are transparent about their sources.
But you don't need to spend a fortune.
Right. Some of the best supplements I take are from Costco or Amazon. You just have to know what to look for.
Like what?
USP verification, NSF certification, brands that list exactly what form of each nutrient they use.
As opposed to just saying vitamin D.
Exactly. If it doesn't specify D2 or D3, that's a red flag.
I never paid attention to any of that stuff.
Neither did I. I just bought whatever had the prettiest bottle or the best marketing.
Speaking of pretty bottles, what's with all the weird colors and coatings on pills?
Oh, those are usually just for marketing. Your body doesn't care if your vitamin is rainbow colored.
But it looks so healthy.
Healthy is not a thing, Frank.
It should be. If I'm paying for vitamins, they should at least look impressive.
You know what's impressive? Actually feeling better because you're taking something that works.
True. Okay, last point for me. Don't be afraid to stop taking something.
That's a great one.
I mean, we get so attached to our routines. I've been taking this for 2 years. I can't stop now.
Even when it's not doing anything.
Right. It's like that subscription you keep paying for but never use.
Oh, don't get me started on streaming services I never watch.
But seriously, if you can't tell whether a supplement is helping, try stopping it for a few weeks and see if you feel different.
That's actually how I figured out the magnesium was working. I ran out and didn't reorder right away.
And
My sleep went to hell within a week.
so you knew it was actually doing something.
That's smart. Evidence-based self-experimentation.
Look at you using fancy words.
Hey, I'm not just a pretty face. You know what's funny about all this? We spend so much time and money trying to fix our health from the outside in.
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. We take pills to have more energy instead of sleeping better. We take supplements for joint pain instead of moving more.
We take vitamins for immunity instead of managing stress.
Exactly. It's like we want the magic bullet instead of just living better.
But living better is hard. Taking a pill is easy.
I know, and I'm not judging anyone for wanting the easy way. I've been there.
We've all been there. I think that's why this whole multivitamin thing bothers me so much.
How so?
It feels like false hope, you know, like take this and you'll feel 30 again.
And when you don't feel 30 again, you blame yourself instead of questioning the pill.
Right, like maybe I need a different brand or a higher dose or
maybe you just need to accept that feeling 53 isn't the same as feeling 30, and that's okay.
Speak for yourself. I'm going to feel 25 forever.
How's that working out for you?
Well, my back disagrees with my brain on a daily basis.
That's the thing, though. We can feel good of our age. We just have to be realistic about what that means.
And focus on the things that actually work.
Like sleep and movement and decent food and stress management.
The boring stuff.
The boring, free stuff.
Well, sleep is free. Good food costs money.
True, but probably less money than I was spending on supplements.
Good point. And you know what else is free? Walking.
Oh my God, yes. I was taking energy supplements and barely moving my body.
It's like trying to charge a phone with the battery pack while the phone is plugged into the wall.
That's actually a really good analogy.
I have my moments.
So, to wrap up, if you're taking a multivitamin and you love it and you feel great, we're not here to tell you to stop.
Right, we're not the vitamin police.
But if you're taking one just because you think you should, or because you're hoping it'll fix problems that it realistically can't fix,
maybe it's time to reevaluate.
and remember, the best nutrients come from food, the best energy comes from sleep, and the best health insurance is still just taking care of yourself.
Which is goring advice, but it's true advice.
Sometimes the truth is boring.
Most of the time, in my experience.
Before we sign off, let's do some listener advice. For our younger listeners,
Yes, we probably should.
all right, young listeners, start with the basics. Now, good sleep, regular movement, decent food. Don't wait until you're our age to figure this out.
And for our listeners who are our age or older, it's never too late to start doing things right. I started eating better and moving more at 52, and I feel better now than I did at 45.
That's actually true. Frank looks better now than when I first met him.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. You're just saying that because it's true.
And for everyone, question the marketing. Just because something is sold as healthy doesn't mean it's helpful for you specifically.
And don't be embarrassed about the mistakes you've made. We've all bought stupid stuff because we wanted to feel better.
The important thing is learning from it and doing better going forward.
Speaking of doing better, I actually meal prepped this week.
You? Meal prepped?
I know. Dolores almost fell over. But I made a big batch of that lentil soup you recommended.
How is it?
Actually really good. And I feel more energetic than I have in months.
See, food is medicine actually works.
Who would have thought?
All right, everyone, that's it. And thank you so much for listening to our vitamin rant.
It wasn't a rant. It was an educational discussion.
Right, our educational discussion about expensive urine.
Hey, that's science.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us reach more people who might benefit from learning about our mistakes.
And speaking of mistakes, next time we're talking about the 3 biggest health lies seniors still believe.
Ooh, this should be good. Frank still believes one of them.
I do not.
Let's let the listeners decide. Hint, it involves something most people do every morning. That's actually terrible for them. Well, then you'll just have to tune in next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, question everything, and remember,
Getting older doesn't have to mean feeling older.
unless you're Frank trying to get up from the couch after watching TV for 3 hours.
Hey, that couch is really comfortable.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, and remember, your health is worth more than expensive vitamins.